Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Handicappers podcast with Noah and the Hask here. Episode 3. I'm really excited to be back. Had a little bit of a hiatus. Things got in the way. We're a new podcast, whatever. Fuck you.
Who cares?
But this week we are excited to be joined by our friend. Goes by a lot of names. Could name probably 40 of them off the top of my head. But for now, he's going to be the man, Plumar or Pat Reed Stan. Great, very funny account on Twitter. If you don't follow it already, you should. Plumar, how are we doing today, man?
Doing well, gentlemen. How are y'all this evening?
Doing very good.
Appreciate y'all having me on the pod.
Hey, anytime, man, anytime. Really excited to have you on because we've kind of branded ourselves as the experts of the ins and outs of the Live Tour, I would say. But I think you put us to shame in that aspect. I'm going to be honest right now.
Oh, there's a lot going on with it. So I'm kind of a new golf fan, right?
Yeah.
You guys are to help with that too. But last time I actually golfed was about 10 years ago.
Wow.
I just went golfing with a friend last Sunday. And it's harder than it looks on TV. I know that much.
That is true. That is definitely true. They make it look very easy on TV, and it is tough.
Yeah. So my handicap would be like a +4. I don't know what y'all's handicap. I know this is a high handicappers pod. So what's y'all's handicap?
Right now, I'm sitting around like a 15, 16.
I'm +4 per hole.
I was going to say, something didn't sound right there.
Yeah, if it's a par 3, I'm going to get it in 7. So,
yeah, I think I'm probably +25, probably in there, 25.
Yeah, I'm up there, probably double that. Ask.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. That's those are who we're here for, you know.
Yeah.
Plus 3 or 4 per hole. That's our target demo, honestly.
Oh, most definitely.
Especially when you get out there and it's, for a lot of guys, guys like us, weekend casual golfers. I mean, it's more about the drinking and the hanging out than the golf for a lot of us. And I would imagine you're the same way, where you're out there, you're smoking a cigar, you're having a couple beers, you're having a good time. You want to play well, but right. you can't. It's not physically possible. Which is kind of where I'm at too, if we're gonna be honest.
Yeah, if there's a tree on the course, I'm gonna hit dead center every time. See 5 trees on each hole, and I'm gonna hit 2 of them dead center on each shot.
That's more impressive than it seems. That's pretty good.
Yeah, if I try to do it, it definitely would not happen. Definitely.
So, do you have a favorite club or anything you like to use?
So I learned there's only 4 clubs that should be used in golf.
Okay.
All right, so I had some old clubs that were given to me a long time ago. I pulled them out of the closet and I went. So these are the 4 clubs that should be used. No other clubs should be needed. Like you could probably bundle these 4 clubs, and you don't even have to bring a golf bag or anything. Just grab you some extra balls, grab these 4 clubs, any driver, doesn't matter, new, old, any driver that you can find. The Jack Nicklaus Golden Bear 6-iron. It's got the bear on the side, good grip, good solid grip.
All jokes aside, those are fucking great irons, man.
Yeah.
Those Gold Bears, they're old school, but they fucking rip. I'm pretty sure they're forged iron. They feel great. The last time I hit one, it's been years, but it's a great feeling golf club.
Yeah, so I'm learning how far each club could shoot, but that 6 will go pretty far if you get a good swing on it. Next club is going to be the Ben Hogan Equalizer. You can hit that thing as hard as you want. It's only going 40 yards. That's all it's going. It's going to go straight up, and it's going to hit, and it's not going to move after it hits. So that's a pretty good club that I like to use. Also, it's one of the few clubs that are in the bag too, but
Yeah.
it's a good club. And then a putter. So any kind of putter that you guys use a special type of putter. I had to borrow one from the store that you go into when you purchase the $22 tee fee. You know? What's
We
that
call it
thing
the pro shop around here.
Pro
Pro
shop.
shop. Yeah. Hey, like I said, I'm new to this, but yeah, he let me borrow a putter, and I got one par three. I was excited about that par three.
Dude, for a high handicap golfer, going out there and getting 1 or 2 pars, that's
Pretty
a
good.
successful round for most of us.
I was excited, most definitely excited.
Yeah. It's good to. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
What's the average? What's a good average green fee these days?
For 18 holes,
Yeah.
for somewhere around $40, I would say that'll get you into a pretty nice
Yeah.
municipal golf course.
Right.
You
I
know,
don't-
decent carts, maybe a bev cart out there, but you know, some decent snacks, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
usually say between like $2 to $3 a hole, basically. So
All right.
anywhere sort of in between there. If you do the math for 18 holes, it should be around $2 or $3.
Yeah, but we're talking real actual dollars, not your fucking bullshit Canadian dollars.
It's about the same. It's gotta be.
I will say I did save some money on the on the StreamYard fees with the the
Well,
back and forth, which I was
back
excited
and forth.
about.
Yeah.
Nice. So 18 holes. How long does it take you guys to complete it?
If I'm playing by myself and playing decent, I can probably get 18 holes in like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
But that's if I'm going lights out. If I'm not losing balls, I'm not throwing them in the water.
And then if it's not
All that
busy
kind of
too.
Well, yeah, if you're waiting on people, that's not your fault.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's
on a Saturday, you know, Saturday afternoon, you're playing with your buddy. I mean, you should probably expect to be out there for 4.5, 5 hours.
Okay. Yeah, it took us
Yeah.
about 4 hours to complete with rain. It's different when you're out on the golf course and it's raining on you. It's almost like you can deal with it and press on. But if it's raining on you heading into the Walmart, you're just rushing to get in. You know, it's like
Yeah.
different
The golf-
feel.
Yeah, the golf course is the one place. I'll be honest, I'm a baby back bitch when it comes to rain. I fucking hate it, dude. But if I'm out on the golf course and I can at least deal with it. But like any other time, I'm saying fuck this. I'm going inside.
Yeah, the rain's a tough thing to deal with, I find too. Everything just gets wet and it sucks.
Especially if you're playing older clubs and the grips aren't super solid, or they're not, you know, you don't have a ton of grip on there, or if you're using the wrong grips. I mean, there's a lot of grips out there that just don't fucking do well in the rain. But I mean, it can be done. It can be done for sure. I don't mind if it's sprinkling a little bit when I'm out there.
Right. Definitely.
Here we get really bad wind, and it gets very windy, and it can be tough to deal with that too at times.
Playing golf in the wind is like playing football at Lambeau in the snow. Like
Yeah.
that's how it's meant to be played. Like from the earliest, you know, like, because I mean, obviously golf originated in like Scotland, where it's windy. It can get windy as fuck, you know, out in St. Andrews and all that, those kind of places. So it just, when it's real windy and your ball is fucking moving all over the place, even if you're shooting 110 because of the wind, it's still it feels right for some reason. And I might be an idiot for saying that.
Yeah, it's just so tough. Like, you don't realize how much it actually affects the ball flight and everything. And I mean, I don't really have to worry about that because if I hit a good shot, whatever. But usually it doesn't affect me too much.
Yeah. It
So,
wasn't windy that Sunday. It wasn't too windy, but it was. Well, I hook every shot anyway, so wind might as well carry it, right?
You right-handed, Plums?
I'm actually left-handed, but I swing right-handed.
Hmm.
I do everything right-handed, bat right-handed, but I actually write left-handed.
That's
I actually,
interesting.
I have a buddy that's like that. He plays golf left-handed, but he plays baseball right-handed.
That's
Weird
weird.
as fuck.
I know my dad like plays hockey left-handed and golf right-handed too. So it's all depends on like what you're comfortable with.
When I was this was like maybe 6 months ago. When I was working at Dick's in their golf department. I was talking to a guy from Canada actually, and so like in the entire world of golf, I think it's like somewhere around like 11% of all golfers are left-handed, and most of them come from Canada because most of them play hockey left-handed.
Yeah, I can
At least
see
that's
that.
what this guy told me. He could have been, yanking my balls all over the place, but for whatever reason, I believe him. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy with like how you hold a hockey stick. Like, should your power hand be on the bottom or should it be on the top? And a lot of people, it's all depends on your sort of choice, basically. So I think that's where a lot of things get confused when it comes to golf too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it would make sense to use this, to be the same hand you were if you were a decent hockey player.
yeah.
But I mean, what the fuck do I know?
So Plums, why do you like the Live Tour so much?
So I'm a new golf not an advocate, but a watcher, right? I have watched PGA in the past, and on Saturdays, Sundays, usually about Sunday evening, turn on PGA, and what do? Watch about, I don't know, 3 or 4 holes and fall asleep. It's what I do, fall
Yeah.
asleep. And so I haven't really watched golf in a long time until recently when Live started coming. Just turn it on YouTube and watch the Live, and with the what do they call it? The shotgun start.
Yeah.
It's fast paced. It's nonstop. Keeps your attention. I couldn't imagine not watching it after watching it, the first time. The people that commentate the rounds. Sue-Ann Hing, man. Anytime she speaks, I'm listening, and I'm gonna come back and keep watching because of Sue-Ann Hing. I guarantee you that much.
Yeah.
That's a fair point, brother. That's a fair point.
Like I said, I didn't watch too much golf, so I didn't know too much about her. But when she does that, how golf commentary, they do the whispering, right?
Yeah.
PJ's got the guy whispering. Well, Live Golf has the Sue-Ann Hing whisper, and when she starts whisper talking, man, I'm ready for Boston already.
Is that where the next event is?
Yes, sir.
Held?
Yeah.
Where? Do you know what course?
I have it here. Shit, doesn't say. Sorry.
Does Trump have a course in Boston?
The Oaks Golf Course.
I don't. I feel like I've heard of that. I don't know.
Opened in 2001, 7,100 yards.
I mean, that's not super long.
No, it's not.
That's like slightly longer than your average muni course, I would say.
Yeah.
I think around me, your average is like 69, maybe 7,000. From the tips.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not crazy.
I see there's some new news here, and I didn't know this was going on. Since each event will be made up of a different field, teams will be decided via a draft the week of each event. Each event team will have a Live-appointed team captain who will select free open team positions via a snake draft format.
And they stole that from us.
They stole that from us. Definitely stole it.
They stole the snake draft from us.
Y'all are the
Dude,
originators of
fuck
snake
that.
draft. Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever done it before.
No one's ever done it.
From watching Live, though, guys, I think Jason Kokrak, is that how you say his name? Kokrak?
Yeah.
Good as your guess is as good as mine.
No, that is 100% correct.
Other than Pat Reed, I think he's my favorite golfer. He gives every overweight middle-aged man confidence they can become a pro overnight after looking at him one time.
I will say, Liv did do a really good job. I think they got 2 out of 3 of like the fat golfers on tour.
Yeah, they need John Daly now.
Yeah, dude. If John Daly started playing, what if they did a Live Champions tour of just like really old guys? VJ Singh, John Daly.
John Daly be smoking cigs with the fans.
Oh, they'd let him too.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Drinking beers.
I don't know if Hooters and the Saudi investment fund will exactly get along, but we'll see where it goes.
There's not a whole lot of people getting along with Liv right now. What's on y'all's aspect of things? Why is that? What's going on with the PGA? Why can't they accept them? Why won't they just include them and let's all get along and just? I think PGA will actually benefit from it if they did. They just said, okay, let's grow the game even more. Let's just go on with 2 leagues, and I think PGA would come out on top.
I think if it was a system where, like, the Live Tour sort of acted like, not the minor leagues necessarily, but like kind of like the DP World Tour is now, which used to be the European Tour, where it was I don't know why the phrase separate but equal came into my head, but that's probably not good. But yeah, I think if it was more a system like that where they're not competing leagues necessarily, but there is a lot of crossover between who plays where. I think why the strategy that Liv used to start their league, I think was a little too hostile for the PGA to just be able to rectify that. I think they really came in, tried to do not a traditional like hostile takeover like of a company, but a hostile takeover of the world of golf. I would say that confidently, where I don't think Liv really has an interest in working together either, which is the aspect that I think a lot of people miss.
Right.
I know, like, as like I'm more of a traditional golf fan. Like, I like to see the cut in there as well. Like, you have to work to make the money and stuff.
And I think the other thing that, which to go right off of what you said, Hask, is there are definitely issues with the PGA Tour, and I think that's another aspect that gets missed, especially by the big golf journalists. That there are some issues that need to be resolved. Covering travel would be a huge start. Covering the travel and lodging expenses, especially for these, lower than, I don't know, 75, 100 in the world golf rankings.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't making a ton of money. They're really grinding it out over there. And it's, it's similar to, you're on the PGA Tour, but you're still kind of playing AAA at that point almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
to kind of bring it to baseball.
I'll probably get more into that like in a later episode for sure. But even I know Phil talked about social media and players not having control over what they can post because the PGA owns everything you do, and not being able to show a shot that you made on your Instagram feed or your Twitter feed or your TikTok.
Which is an issue that a lot of other leagues have had. I think this has been an issue with, not to compare it to wrestling because it's not similar, but I think the WWE had that same problem like not that long ago.
Yeah.
I think the UFC has issues similar to that, guys outside of the sports world, you see Andrew Yang talking about that. Whatever you think about him, he's still talking about it, which means there's issues that need to be resolved. And I'm not that's just the part that a lot of people miss, is that the PGA isn't God. You know, it's not the end all. I mean, it is the end all be all of the sport, but they're not the moral authority necessarily, or not everything they say is completely right, which again, a lot of people miss, I think.
Right.
I,
So what's going
sorry.
on? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like the fans, they're beating up Live so much because of the Saudi investment fund. Is that why? Is it just because of who it's backed by?
Yeah, I think there are some. I mean, if we want to get into the kind of halfway political aspect of it, I think people do have an issue with the idea of sports washing, which is what most people are calling this, trying to create a new image of your government, of your whatever,
Yeah.
or of your royal family by getting into sports, which again is historically has been used quite effectively, I think. I can't think of a specific country off the top of my head, but it's for sure happened.
The thing I compare it to is like Soviet Russia used to always do this. They always wanted to dominate every single sport, and that's basically
no shit. Their hockey team.
the hockey team.
It was that was the one I was thinking of, but it didn't come to me right away. Yeah, no shit, dude. The Soviet hockey program, until 1980, basically, was just a different form of sports washing, which I do think a lot of people take an issue with. I kind of do as well.
There is a couple things I'll just bring up. I just have this article up. Like, families of the 9/11 victims are not framing the controversy as Live versus PGA, but the U.S. versus a backer of terrorism. They basically saying since 15 of the 19 hijackers were Saudi citizens, they really don't like that.
And I'm pretty sure Al Qaeda was pretty heavily funded by the Saudis as well. If I'm not mistaken.
Identifies Saudi Arabia as the primary source of Al Qaeda funding.
Yeah.
If I told you guys 6 months ago, the PGA Tour pros went to Saudi Arabia and played at the Saudi Arabian tournament, right?
Yeah.
And it was sponsored by the same people that they're worried about Live, sponsored by the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia. PGA allowed them to come to Saudi Arabia to play it. It's backed by the same people that are backing Live. What would you say then?
I would say that's a very good point.
It is.
But I think there is a difference between a single tournament and an entire league. I still don't think it's necessarily right.
Yeah.
Right. But it's a little bit of false equivalence, I would say. Maybe. I could be looking at it wrong, you know what I mean? Like I'm not the moral authority on this. I'm a piece of shit, you know?
There is a couple other things, like Norman argued that dozens of PGA Tour sponsors do $40 billion worth of business with Saudi Arabia each year. And then the LPGA Tour, the female tour, is sponsored by Saudi oil giant Aramco. The largest sponsor of women's golf in the world is Aramco.
Saudi Arabia has a lot
not great.
Not great. I believe even the PGA Superstore website, they own like a 10% stake in.
Yeah, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
Well, because that means they're getting everybody's data that's buying anything off of PGA Superstore. I personally shop at Dick's. They've never had any issues with morality or anything like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. The other thing is they're saying one of the the new tournaments takes place 50 miles from ground zero. That's another thing they're sort of.
Coming up.
Isn't that just like the middle of New Jersey though?
That's basically that whole area up there.
Which I think that's kind of
Yeah.
that stat on its own is kind of a guilt trip. Just that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like 50 miles from ground zero is a lot of places around New York City.
That is true. You're covering like 3 or 4 states almost, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically anywhere in New Jersey, anywhere on Long Island. Like, you could say that for a lot of places.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what the fuck is these guys' problems? Slinging pizzas less than 50 miles from ground zero. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Nobody should be selling pizzas within 50 miles of ground zero. It's just a way. It's just a guilt trip. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Which, not to say I don't have empathy for 9/11's victims' families and victims themselves and whatnot, but it's just if like the 18th green was on ground zero, then I might have a problem. But
yeah.
Anything short of that, I don't think you can make a big deal out of that.
And it's probably different for me as a Canadian. Like, it did affect us, but it didn't affect us as much as it affected you guys. And especially someone like Plums, who's a little older, probably remembers.
I was also 2.5.
Yeah.
Really?
Something like that.
I would have been 9. Yeah. I remember it happening and talking about it at school, but that was about it. It was, yeah. But
I should have just named this the 9/11 episode.
There you go. I was faking sick at home and watching the morning news, and they cut to it. So that was a awakening.
You played hooky on 9/11?
I played hooky on 9/11. I didn't go to school. I'm sitting at the house just enjoying my time off.
Dude, that's the name of your autobiography right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the first plane hit, right? And then they cut to the live thing, and then the other plane coming hit after that. That was something.
Man.
Yeah, dude, 9/11 was pretty whack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always remember. Or never forget. Never forget. Shout out country.
Close enough. Country superstar.
The country superstar. Who's not on Twitter anymore.
What? Oh.
No, he is. But we're not supposed to say he's on Twitter.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not country superstar.
Not country superstar. Who is a completely different person.
100%.
100% different person.
Did you guys get a chance to see the Jay Monahan letter he sent out yesterday?
I think I read most of it.
I read the first couple paragraphs. Is there anything interesting you find from there?
Yeah. And I may butcher his words, but it's basically like, broke up. My girlfriend left me, and she's hanging out with a new guy. He's cool, but she wants to hang out with me too. But I'm not gonna let her back in. So now am I not gonna not let you back in? I'm gonna tell all my friends about you, and I'm gonna make up a letter, and I'm gonna send it to all my buddies. And so if they break up with me too, I'll do the same thing to them. That's basically what it says in the letter. That's the gist of it.
In this scenario that you're painting here, I think I would do the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It's
like no, I'm not gonna hang out with you and your new boyfriend. Fuck you.
It could work out.
But then you're gonna have
Maybe.
Eventually have an Amber Heard trial with your girlfriend and her new boyfriend, and it's gonna be broadcast all over TV in like 3 months.
That could be fun though.
That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be Amber Heard, Johnny Depp 2.0.
Yeah.
Jay Monahan, Elon Musk, and Paige Spearneck.
I don't think Jay's ever had 2 jobs before. Because he's like, these suspended players who are now Saudi League Golf employees have walked away from the tour and now went back in. It's like, I don't think he's ever held down 2 jobs. He's just been a one-job guy his whole life.
Yeah. I haven't even like heard of him before this, really.
Yeah.
He's really starting to come in the spotlight, so he's probably feeling like, oh, I have some power now. And
Yeah, I didn't know his name until maybe 3 months ago. Well, maybe 6, but still.
Yeah, he's like, I also encourage, he's talking to his players, to speak out publicly on this issue if you are so inclined. So take to Twitter, take to whatever you got, and just speak your mind basically to the players, and which I think they have a little bit.
Definitely at the height of the whole thing, like when the first tournament was coming up, and when you had the really, really big names signing, your DeChambeaus, Mickelson was already signed, but your Brooks Koepkas, those kind of guys, where there was a lot, maybe not a lot, but you had your big guys that were speaking their mind. You had Rory McIlroy talking a lot of shit about Liv. That was the U.S. Open, right?
Yeah,
when it kind of started.
Yeah,
like the whole lead up to the U.S. Open was just Liv talk, and they were just doing what we're doing here, and it less than 50% was about the actual U.S. Open, at least from what I saw.
And really, when you look back on it with like hindsight, it really started at the Masters when Phil Mickelson didn't show up. And
that kind of was the entry point. Yeah.
The entry point. We didn't realize at that point, but he got suspended for 2 years because he was trying to recruit players.
Oh.
Yeah. He's suspended till 2024. Yeah. And I also read somewhere that I saw Augusta was trending on Twitter like a couple hours ago. And apparently Augusta is going to try to ban players from coming from the Live Tour. So the Masters, that's going to be another issue too, eventually.
I think at least I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
I don't think, the U.S. Open is different, especially when they already had, they weren't going to suspend players that were already in the field.
Yeah.
For the, the 22 Open. But I think coming up, they're going to be in a really tough spot, because if it is an open tournament, then it should be an open tournament. Same with the British Open. Obviously, the Tour Championship is different.
Yeah.
Throw that one out the window for now. But I think I kind of saw this coming from Augusta for sure.
Yeah. And with their background of it being like slaves and whites only for like up until like 2015.
I think you might be I think you might be a little late on that one.
I think I'm a little late on that one. I don't know.
I think it was like the 90s.
It was the 90s, which is still pretty late.
It's still not great. It's still not great. You're about, I don't know, maybe 80 years late on that one.
Yeah. I think it was the women I'm thinking of that was very late. The first female member.
Well, again, they're both pretty late, but yes.
So
can you imagine being a fucking member at Augusta National? That'd be so fucking sick.
That'd be nice. I was on an airplane to Atlanta one time. That's in Atlanta, right? Augusta National. Yeah. And they didn't have a place to put me, so they set me first class. And I sat next to a guy that was going to Augusta National.
Wow.
And he was saying that it's really hard to get tickets. So like the ticket price on the tickets is not what you pay to go. It's like way higher. I don't know what ticket price to Augusta National is, but
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Usually you have to, for a non-aftermarket ticket, you have to enter a lottery.
Yeah.
And I saw I can't remember if it was on Twitter or Reddit or whatever, but I saw that a guy, like as a gift to his newborn son, put his newborn son in the lottery for master tickets in like 2004,
Oh wow.
and hasn't even gotten a look.
I enter it every year. Never. Always get the "you're not accepted."
That kind of makes sense for us, but
Yeah. I've been trying.
just wait. We're getting media passes to the 23 Masters. It's
Sounds
coming.
good. It's coming. They have to. They have to give them to us.
Us and our 80 views on the last podcast.
You got live stream it when you go.
Yeah, we'll put it on YouTube, dude. We'll pull the live on the Masters.
There you go. The last thing on that thing that got me, guys, on Jay Monahan's letter. The very last sentence that he said sounded like, "I really want her back," but he's holding on. He says this. He says, "This is your tour." He's talking to his players again. "Built on the foundation that we work together for the good and growth of the organization. And then you reap the rewards." So he's telling his player, you reap the rewards. PGA is reaping the rewards big time. Like, maybe you can put, then we reap the rewards, but I don't know. It caught me off guard when he's saying the players reap all the rewards, and it just seemed kind of strange.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a lie. Yeah, I mean you just look at what they did with increasing the purses for next season, and you see where did that money just magically appear from? They just made a decision that like, all right, we'll pay him more. That's all it takes.
And I believe the PGA Tour is a nonprofit too.
They are.
Technically.
Yeah, they're technically a nonprofit organization too.
That's a big asterisk on that one.
Yeah.
The top seven executives for the PGA makes over $2 million a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's 65%. It says 65% more than winning a tournament.
That's tough luck.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a major tournament too. That's not the Valspar.
Right.
Like the last tournament I think I saw was just over $1 million. The next tournament, the prize. Or the last one here, the Rocket Mortgage. The winner took $1.5 million.
That's Tony Finau won that one, right?
Yeah, back-to-back wins.
Yeah, Tony Finau, my guy.
Dog.
Mormon dog.
They said the PGA profited $250 million from 2016 to 2019. I was trying to get a more recent one, but
that's close enough.
Yeah. They make a lot of money, so it's a lot of money in the sport of golf now.
Well, I mean, there kind of always has been.
It always,
it's been. I mean, in the sport as a whole, it's always been a money sport. I mean, you just look at how much they're charging for equipment. I mean, that's ground floor.
Yeah.
It's always been a rich white guy sport, and that's only been recently changing.
And like, you guys probably know this. I'll just remind everyone that when you look at the richest athletes of all time, you look at number 1 is Michael Jordan. Number 2 is Tiger Woods, golfer. Number 3, Arnold Palmer, golfer. Number 4, Jack Nicklaus, golfer.
Well, and most of that too
is business stuff. But
yeah, it's coming from Jack Nicklaus's line of clubs. It's coming from Arnold Palmer's line of clubs. It's coming from the Arnold Palmer Arizona iced tea that you get for 99 cents. Very good, by the way.
Yeah,
very good.
You guys have Arizona iced tea in?
We do.
Okay. Well, I figured they did in Arkansas.
Yeah, every convenience store has it.
99 cents.
I figured they would go up, but they hadn't.
It's coming soon. They're gonna hit us with some of that supply chain bullshit, and it's going up to $1.50.
Easy. Yeah. But yeah, like, so when you look at these guys, they've made a lot of money from golf. But again, you look at a guy that's won one tournament and he's made from 1980 and he's made like $250,000 and that's it for his whole career. So, I mean, it is a lot of money, but it's not at the same time. So,
Well, especially when the cost of entry is so high.
yeah.
Yeah, even for these tour guys, you gotta get a hotel. You gotta get there every week.
Yeah.
The like I was saying earlier, the bottom, below 75 in the world golf rankings, they're playing every week.
Yeah.
Just to make a living.
Like one of the examples is Dave's Love the Third. He played in the 80s and 90s. He's won 21 times, one major. Like he's only made 50 million his whole career. Like if you won 21 times in the live in the next 5 years, you're like
that's like $100 million.
$100
million easy.
Yeah, but they get no points right now. They're trying to get their accreditation though. But there's a lot of rules to that too. You have there's a bunch of rules. Like if they do everything right, they won't be able to get their point system until 2024 because they have to have a whole year of doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is where the Asian Tour comes into play, which is where the DP World Tour comes into play.
Yeah.
Well, because the DP World Tour is more connected to the PGA than the Asian Tour is.
Yes.
So I think because live players are banned from the DP Tour, right?
Yes, they are.
So, I could see a world where that kind of goes out the window and they can play there for rankings, maybe. But right now, that's just going to be the Asian Tour. It's just going to be live guys. A couple live guys trying to get their world ranking points.
You think some of them just say forget it and not worry about it and just keep playing live?
I think the lower level guys too.
Yeah.
I think your Chase Koepkas aren't really gonna care about world golf rankings that much.
So,
well, depending on how their contracts with the Live Tour work.
The Saudi investment fund came out and said that they're putting $400 million into the Asian Tour. So pretty soon you're about to have that tour is going to have probably better payouts than PGA.
Yeah, and there is a couple other things going on. Like the Asian Tour had to sponsor them to be for even their application to be started too. So they were the tour that is basically sponsoring them to apply. And then the one thing that's going to hurt them is like the World Golf Rankings office is in the same office building as the DP World Tour. Oh. Like they're basically in the same office building in London, I think, or somewhere in England. I'm not sure where. But like, how closely connected are these guys that they're going to keep fighting to stop it?
I think the other thing too is, there was a lot of guys that went to the Live Tour to play less golf, to travel less, make more money that way. What's the point of playing on the Asian Tour if that's your goal? You're going to be gallivanting all around Japan and Thailand and Vietnam playing golf instead of I think it just ends up being the same thing, just in a different place, or it ends up being the same amount of a pain in the ass.
Well, does the PGA pay for all that travel? You think Live is actually paying for the travel for the players?
For the Live Tour, I think they are. I don't know if the Asian Tour is going to do that.
So, like, I think here, like 2019, the highest money winner made $1 million. And I'm not going to say the name. Yeah, on the Asian tour, yeah.
Yeah, I probably don't want to say the name.
Because it is impossible. I've seen him on the PGA Tour. I just cannot say his name.
Yeah, it'll be it'll be pretty racist if we try and say it, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna get us canceled immediately. So yeah,
Gotta wait until like at least episode 4 for that. I think
4 or 5. Yeah,
There's
But
like
yeah.
24 tours that get the official world golf rankings.
yeah.
There's a bunch. I didn't realize there was that many, but there's like 24, I believe, is what I saw.
Yeah, yeah, but they're obviously not going to be worth as many points as
A lot of them are
Yeah.
amateur. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of those might be like the U.S. Junior Tour, and it's only for like 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact. I'm just trying to think of something that would be funny. But
I think it was like I think it was the PGA. You get 100 points for winning, and like the Sunshine Tour in Australia, you get 5 points for winning.
Right.
Like that's 20% less points you're getting just for winning one tournament. So, which makes sense because they're not the best players in the world. So, there's that.
yeah, so even if they go to the Asian Tour for the points, it's gonna be peanuts compared to even the DP Tour.
I think it was like 1/5 of the points you get on the Asian Tour, maybe even 1/10 if I remember. Like it's not.
Which kind of makes sense.
It does make sense, so yeah. So, do you guys want to get into the snake draft?
Let's do it.
I think that would be excellent.
Excellent. Okay.
So for the snake draft this week, or our first snake draft, we're gonna be doing best things to get when you make the turn on the course when you're going from hole 9 to hole 10. And we do have some categories here. I gotta find them real quick. I did not come prepared for this.
In the private chat, it should be there.
That's right. You did put them in there. Had a boy. Okay.
I don't know if Plumber, if you can see the private chat or not.
I can.
You can. Okay, perfect.
All right. So our categories, we got 5 of them. So the first one we have is going to be your main dishes, from the kitchen, your burgers, your hot dogs, your turkey club wrap, that kind of shit. Then we have snacks, which is your candy bars, packs of peanuts, that kind of thing. Beverages. It can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic, but let's be real. We're all booze bags, so we're going to be going with the alcoholic variety. We have a category called supplies, or which is your tees, your balls, that kind of thing. I would also want to say include basically anything from the pro shop in there. So just as an example, a new polo, a head cover,
Something
that
like
kind
that.
of stuff. Not to give away picks, but that kind of thing. And then we have a missed category, which is just anything that's not covered by those other categories. I don't want to give an example, but you guys kind of get what we mean by that.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So how are we going to decide the order here?
I actually have a wheel ready to go.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me to spin it?
Yes, let's spin the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel.
Whoever it lands on, you get your choice of pick. So it's not. If your name comes up here first, you get your choice.
You get your choice. Okay, spinning. Looks like it's Plumbar.
Let's go.
All right. What pick do you want, Plums?
Let's go snacks.
Like which ones? Like which you want to be first, second, or third?
Oh, gotcha.
You can take.
I'll go
You can
last.
take. Okay, you can take any category anytime. So don't really have to worry about that. But Plumar is going to be third. So
Third.
now we're just between me and Jesse. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm removing him, and here we go. Here we go.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, damn it. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go first.
You're going to go first? All right. I kind of wanted a second anyway, so it worked out.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go first. So,
All right. So just make sure you're keeping track of which.
oh yeah, I have it here. I'm keeping track here.
All right. Perfect. Just which categories you have and whatnot.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the best one first. Main dish, hot dog.
Yeah. That's 1-1.
Yeah.
You can't beat a hot dog.
Hot dogs.
I'll include any kind of sausage in that too.
Yeah, hot dog is number one. Number one.
Is that a quick ketchup and go, or is that ketchup, mustard, relish, loaded up?
Now, the biggest sign of class to me at a golf course is if you can get onions on your hot dog. If they just have them out.
Nice.
If they got some chopped up onions on there, that's a fucking classy golf course.
Yeah. I usually just go mustard, and that's it.
Were you the one, Plums, that was hating on Chicago dogs?
No, that was me.
That was you? Fuck you. But,
Yeah.
No, they're good at Sonic.
oh, hell yeah. The Chicago dog is probably not good for the course unless you're sitting down and eating it. But
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll swipe a mustard and get out of there is probably the way to go.
I've never tried a Chicago dog, but
It's got like
One
a
day.
pepper on top, doesn't it? Some type of pepper. And
Yeah,
the
sport
bun.
peppers.
pickles.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. So I guess it's to me. I'm gonna go with my number one. I think that's gonna be an ice cold Miller Lite. I
Ooh.
don't think you can get much better on a golf course than just your beer of choice. But I'm taking Miller Lite all day, automatic.
Good beer.
That's a good choice. Good choice.
And my favorite move. This is more for Jesse, but you're a bring beer to the course kind of guy, right? Not buy it at the turn or buy it in the clubhouse.
I might buy one or two, but I usually pack some in the bag. Definitely pack a couple.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Get you a 6-pack for you and your buddy, or 2 6-packs if you're playing 18.
Yeah. I usually buy one just to be polite. And,
Yeah, that's probably a good move.
And then, yeah, I leave it. The rest are getting guzzled.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Now I will say a draft beer in the clubhouse, that shit hits different, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like you're gonna go to the bar afterwards anyway. Why not just skip a step?
That draft beer anywhere just always tastes so good. So good.
Yeah, 100%.
They let you take it out on the course.
Not usually.
If it's not allowed.
Can you buy a 6-pack from the place and take it out on the course?
Oh, from the course, yeah, for sure. At least the places that I play.
Yeah.
Usually got to be in a can. Usually they won't let you take glass bottles out there, but
They'll let you play with it.
I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. I'll say that. All right. On to you, Plums.
So I guess my number one would be, and it's something I'm buying from the clubhouse, right?
Yep.
Yeah. At the turn.
Do they have nachos? The place I
Oh, yeah.
went to did not. That's what I'm talking about. Any place that has nachos, throw some jalapenos on it, extra cheese. It's a grab and go. I'm ready to go.
I think for the food, if you can get it at a baseball game, we can take it here.
Yeah.
It's nachos.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that one.
So
Now,
the me?
You get to go again.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I'm going snacks, so we're going to go anything that says flaming hot on it. Cheetos,
Nice.
Chester
Flaming
fries,
hot, Andy.
munchies, peanuts, anything like that says flaming hot. I'm going to grab it along with my nachos. We're going to head out.
That's. I mean, your asshole's going to be feeling it afterwards, but
Yeah.
better be until. Better be at least until you're on 17. If you're on 17 and you got some percolating going on in the stomach, you can usually make it. But dude, if I'm on 13 and I got to take a massive shit, like I might as well just call it a day.
Yeah.
That's what the sand traps are for.
That is true.
Yeah,
Just
It's like,
dig a little hole.
it's like yeah.
How am I supposed to chip with that going on, Doug?
No, you bury it at least 6 inches deep, and it's allowed.
Yeah, no, I'll take that. You're helping the environment. Maintenance guys will thank you.
For sure.
All right, so it's back to me. I'm gonna go with the miss category here. I'm gonna take a heater at the turn.
Ooh.
Little sig break after hole 9. Usually you don't. I don't know. You're not gonna be smoking too many on the course, but that one at the turn when you're kind of craving one, dude, that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna go very Canadian on you guys for snack.
Shit.
For snack, I am gonna go all dressed chips. All dressed chips. You guys don't have those down there. It's basically just a flavor of chips. It's basically like it's almost like mixing everything together. It's like barbecue. What else would you have? Salt and vinegar. You guys don't have that either.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do. Salt
Shut
and
up.
vinegar. Salt and vinegar, barbecue, ketchup. It's sort of all mixed together. All dressed chips.
I'm kind of imagining like a Old Bay.
Yeah,
Old Bay seasoning flavor.
Yeah, like we got all the chip brands up here, like Lay's and stuff. They make all dressed chips. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
All right.
Sounds good.
Getting real specific on us. That's all right.
Real specific. And for my next pick, I'm gonna go drinks. Twisted tea. Twisted tea.
Are you an original Twisted Tea guy, or are you half twisty?
I like the original. I like the original Twisted Tea.
I love a twisty half and half, dude. Those things. I mean, you have more than 3 or 4 of them, and you just got rock gut all day from the sugar, but it's pretty damn good.
I've been switching to slightly sweet too, so it has less sugar too. That's pretty good as well.
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
it's a good pick.
It's very refreshing.
Was that your second pick?
That was my second pick. Yeah.
Okay.
So back to you.
All right. So for this next one, I am going to go supplies, which I can't believe this has gotten this far. But I'm going to take a box of really shitty golf balls. Pinnacles, noodles, anything like that. If you're at a course with a lot of water on it, and you're buying balls at the turn, you're not getting. I'm not getting Pro V1s, dude. Or I don't even play Pro V1s, but you get what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting some pinnacles, bro. I don't care what the ball flight changes are going to be. It's going in the water anyway.
Yeah.
And you're basically just giving them right back. Thank God Pinnacle's coming to 15 pack too.
Yeah.
When I went golfing, I found more bright yellow golf balls than anything on the course. Like I lost a bunch of like 2 or 3 white balls, but I found like 4 bright yellow ones. I'm like, how are you losing these bright yellow balls? Unless you just
in my experience, I think the bright yellow golf balls are harder to find than the white ones.
Oh,
that's at least my experience.
Okay.
Because I mean, obviously it's not the same color as the grass, but it blends in a little bit more with it, I think.
Maybe like a fall day, the leaves are turning colors or something, and blends right in.
Yeah, maybe. But
Yeah.
I mean, fall golf is lost ball central anyway.
Oh, it's so
You know.
bad.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, for mine, I'm going. Let's go alcoholic drinks. I'm gonna be like you asked. I'm gonna throw some Malibu in the bag.
Ooh.
We're gonna have some Malibu and Diet Cokes. I will probably buy the Diet Cokes from the clubhouse though, just to be.
That's a good move.
And
It's going to be $4 for a can, but that's a good move.
Yeah.
all right, I might buy one. Bring the 6-pack, and then buy one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
All right, your second pick, Plums.
Second pick. I'm going Takis. If they have Takis in the clubhouse, I'm buying Takis. Another spice.
Takis?
Yeah.
I think that kind of fits in with your. I would include
That's
Takis in
true.
your anything
Yeah.
flaming hot.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a compensatory.
Nice. Popcorn?
Popcorn.
I don't mind some popcorn.
Yeah.
I'll put that as your miscellaneous popcorn.
Yeah, I don't mind that. It's got to come in a box though. Can't come in a bag. For me,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a stickler for weird little shit like that. All right, back to me. So I have.
You have snack and main dish left.
Okay. So I'm gonna go main dish. I think here. Shit. Did you take a main dish yet? Because I know you took hot dogs.
He took nachos.
Nachos. Okay. That's
I
right.
took hot dog, yeah.
I mean this is a chalk pick, but I'm gonna go burger.
Burger.
A good burger at the turn is really good. The club that I work at. Oh, excuse me. The halfway house or the shack or whatever you want to call it, right by Hole 9, does an incredible smash burger, dude. So good. If you're really feeling it, you can go for the double. I mean, it's like $12, but whatever. A good burger at the turn doesn't get much better than that, I think. Little lettuce, little kale, fucking get out of there.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I mean, it was chalk. That's Chalk City, dude. I can't believe burger didn't go off the board already.
Yeah. Okay. I get my last two supplies. I'm gonna go with supplies.
Yeah, you've got supplies and misc left, I think, right?
You miss, yeah. I'm gonna go with some tees, golf tees. Always end up breaking them. Always end up losing them. Golf tees.
Yeah, and it's impossible to count golf tees. So like you could think you've got enough for the round.
Yeah.
But you get to hole 9 and you're like, I only have 3 tees left. That's gonna be a problem. There's not enough par 3s on this course to even make that doable.
Yeah.
I will say recently, I have started going no tee. Not on par 3s, but if I'm taking my 5-wood off the tee,
okay,
I started going no tee.
Yeah.
I find that it brings the ball flight down just a little bit, so it's not going quite as high because I've already got a lot of loft on there. And I don't know, I just seem to strike it better that way. It might just be a mental thing, but I don't know.
Yeah. And
which might be a weirdo move of me, but whatever.
I got my last one, my miscellaneous. I'm gonna go with heading back to your vehicle to a cooler to get a beer or drinks, ice cold drinks from your car. I don't know if that counts. Ice cold drinks from your car.
I'll accept it. We're not getting too stringent about the rules yet.
Okay, ice cold
If
drinks.
I lose this one, because we are going to do a poll
Okay,
on the Twitter.
we can.
If I lose this one, I will definitely amend that statement. But if I win, I don't see a need to change.
Okay.
Get too crazy about the rules at all.
Sounds good. Noah, you got snacks left.
I don't know what I'm thinking about. This is super easy. Bag of M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms specifically. Peanut M&Ms are like a payday bar to me, where it's like you can kind of spin it into being like half of a meal
Yeah.
when you're really, really down bad. Like, man, I just want a payday bar right now. But peanut M&Ms, those really get me going. You get, I've already got 3 or 4 Miller Lights in me. Get me a little sugar pick me up, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plums, you got the last pick. Supplies.
Supplies. I think I'm going with that that rag that's hanging up at every golf store. That it's raining on you. It's one thing I didn't have last Sunday. It was raining. I didn't have a rag to wipe off stuff, to dry off stuff. So maybe one that has the golf course where I went to, kind of collect them as I go on. I think.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, that's a good one. I like that one.
That's a good pick.
I like that one.
A good towel, a really nice towel, will go a long way for you. I recently got a caddy towel, which
nice.
is it's like the size of a bath towel almost. But man, those things fucking rock, dude. Shout out Barstool Golf.
That's awesome.
Why are they so big?
Because it's made for a caddy to like carry over their shoulder. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't make it.
Right.
Yeah. That's the end. Actually, we all made our picks.
Yeah, let's go over them one more time. You got them all written down there.
I got them here. So, Plum, you had drinks. You had Malibu with bought Diet Coke. Snack was Flaming Hot Anything.
Which is a great pick.
/ Tackies. Main dish was nachos.
Let me ask you something about that, Plums. Do you like a little bit of a spicy nacho cheese? Because I'm imagining like the liquid nacho cheese, right?
Correct. Yeah.
You like a little spicy cheese, like a little jalapeno action in there, or a little more mild on the mild side?
That'd be great. Places around here just normally have the one standard cheese.
Like from Gordon Food Service or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm always having to add jalapenos. But yeah, if they had some spicy cheese where I'd probably still do jalapenos even with spicy cheese actually. But yeah, anything nachos, anywhere I go, if they have nachos on the menu, I'm getting them.
Love that.
That's a good one. Supplies, buying a golf course towel. And then miscellaneous was popcorn.
Do they have popcorn at the places?
They usually do.
Like
pre-bagged or like popping in a.
I would imagine it's like a machine. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if the place I work has popcorn or not.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know they sell like the little bags sometimes, like the chip bags of popcorn.
Oh, like the Smart Food?
Yeah.
Which is good shit. Like, it's not the same at all, but it's good shit.
Okay. Noah, you had drinks?
I think preliminarily, just from the vibes I'm getting right now, I think Plum's won this draft.
That was
embarrassing.
That was good.
Embarrassing.
Noah, you had drinks. You had Miller Lite.
I had to do Miller Lite. I mean, it's like my thing.
Snacks, you had peanut M&Ms. Main dish, burger. Supplies was shitty golf balls, and miscellaneous was heaters.
And no, on that burger, are you going simple cheese, no cheese?
Oh,
yeah. I'm not a big hamburger guy. Fuck that.
I'm gonna put
Fuck that,
cheeseburger
dude.
then.
This is America. Put cheese on
Put
it.
cheese
bitch.
on.
Put
Okay.
cheese on it. And then I'll usually go just lettuce and mayonnaise, honestly.
Simple.
Simple.
That's a good burger.
I don't mind it.
Do they normally just have, again, same question we talked about a little bit ago, do they have some jalapeno cheese, or are you just going with like normal American cheese?
I'm just going straight up American. At the place I work, you can get I think it's American, Swiss, or provolone, which pretty fancy if you ask me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, and this is a higher end country club too, so we're not. This isn't the kind of place that I play. Let's be real.
Yeah. And then I had for drinks twisted tea, all dressed chips for my snack. Main dish was hot dog with mustard.
Hot dog's a no brainer, dude. That was
Yeah.
your 1-1, right?
That was 1-1. That's the easiest 1-1. Supplies was golf tees. And then the miscellaneous was ice cold drinks from car at turn.
That's a pro move too.
That's
I don't even do that.
yeah.
I won't put a cooler in my car. I'll get them cold from the gas station, throw them in the bag, and hope for the best.
Yeah. So
now, I will say one of the best golf inventions, is the cooler pocket in a golf bag.
yeah.
That shit is a lifesaver, dude. You got that insulated stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's no freezer, I'll say that, but
It helps.
through 18 holes, it definitely helps. Like even that last one, you're pulling out on 15.
Yeah.
It's not screaming cold, but it's cold enough.
I think I can fit 2 beers in there, 2 cans. So it's quite nice.
I think I've gotten. Wait, you have like a smaller carry bag?
Yeah, it's a carry bag.
Dude, my bag is fucking huge. I think I could get a 12-pack in there if I wanted
Holy
to.
shit.
Nice.
I mean, it's going to be heavy. It's heavy as it is, but
Yeah.
What's the beer to hole ratio? 2 beers to 1 hole? Be way too-
usually, like me and my buddy will usually go out and play 9. And we'll usually bring a 6-pack, just because we both have to drive home and whatnot. But like if I'm going out there to like really get hammered, I'll do a beer every other hole.
Nice.
If I'm not driving home.
Yeah.
I'll probably slow down a little bit. I'll probably end up with 8 beers after 18 holes.
They
not to just turn this into how much can I drink, but
probably the big challenge is one of the challenges, and it's almost impossible, is a beer hole. So you have to play the round. Every hole you have to finish a beer. So 18 beers total by the end of the round. Without puking.
Yeah.
I think the first high handicappers on course video is going to be me attempting 9 holes, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs.
Ooh. That's a challenge.
Dude, doing it like the baseball one, challenge.
The baseball challenge, yeah.
I mean, I will say, like, 9 beers, 9 dogs, 9 innings. That's 4 or 5 hours. 9 holes. That's like 2. That's like 2 hours max.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be. Can let's just lay this out there right now. When I do this video, can I throw up? Or is the challenge over when I throw up?
I think you should be allowed to throw up.
Okay, that's what I'm fucking talking about.
Keep going. Yeah.
Dude, I'll go full fucking Warrior King on this, bro.
Yeah.
I've done that in the heat, Hask, about when I was younger, though.
Yeah.
About the 15th hole, I'm sitting there. Well, I'm stumbling, kind of trying to come up to my ball after putting it on the tee. Swing it like 4 times and miss every single time.
Yeah.
And then my buddy's like, hey, man, like, you might get us kicked kicked out of here. You know, so bad.
Don't, yeah.
Dude, that like, yo, bro, are you for real? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm like,
That's a tough look on the 15th tee.
yeah, it's 15. That's a lot of beers. I can't remember how many, but it was a bunch.
I'm gonna safely assume it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After we got done, we finished in the heat of the summer too. You know, it gets hot out there. You're drinking. It seems like it doubles what it normally would if you're sitting at the house.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we get done with 18. We get back to his car, and I just get sick all on his car. It's the worst.
Oh,
I can't believe it took that long, honestly.
Yeah. I held
Yeah.
it in. I soldiered it up until I got into his car, and that was it.
You're a goddamn warrior, bro.
Yeah.
I think the only goal for the challenge is you have to finish the holes. That's the only rule. You have to finish 18, and if you could do that, you're God, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, you got it. That's some Shane Gillis, Bert Kreischer,
Oh,
Andre the Giant shit.
there's no way I could do it. I'm thinking I could do the 9. I think I could do that.
Yeah, I could do 9.
I could do 9 beers, 9 holes, maybe. The 9
Maybe.
hot dogs, though. Oh,
That's just the inner fat fucking me being like, dude, I bet I could do 9 hot dogs in an hour and a half.
oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Are you planning on doing any more golf in Plummer this summer?
I am. Not this weekend, but probably next weekend.
Nice.
Go hit a course in Central Arkansas. So
Nice.
they've got some good ones around. So we'll go. Probably not go to the same one twice because
Yeah.
we're just getting to experience it all. So
Yeah, I think in the early stages of your golf career or golf resurgence, let's say, it's good to play some different courses. Because me at this point, I mean, I've been playing golf for shit. How old am I? I've been playing for 11 years now, something like that.
Yeah.
At this point, I have a home course that I go to all the time.
Yeah.
But when you're, again, I don't want to say first starting out, but when you're kind of getting back into it like you are right now, Plums, I think it is good to play different courses. Get familiar with different setups and whatnot.
Yeah.
Figure out which one has the cart ladies that come around. And give you
Yeah,
beer
which one has the hottest Bev cart girl?
and then make that your home course. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the plan. That's our plan. So, yeah, I think a couple weekends from now we'll get back after.
Nice.
One
Love to
last-
hear that, man.
One last question here, sort of. How much is a membership where you are, Noah?
Where I work?
Yeah.
Well, where I work, first year is about $30,000. It's like $11,000 a year.
Yeah.
For a top level membership, and then initiation is like 18 or 19.
Yeah. That's
It's
about
fucking
the same
crazy, dude.
Same as here. You need to be making $100+ K a year just to.
Well, and that's a high end country club too. That's not your local, kind of whatever country club. This place where I work is wild. It's a Robert Trent Jones designed course. They had the Western Amateur there for 30 years.
Ooh.
Tiger won both of his there.
So
it's pretty fucking wild, dude. It's a fucking golf course.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. It's about the same up here. 20,000. I don't think any private course is affordable for me in the city.
Oh, no chance. Not in a city?
No.
Ooh, sir.
Outside the city, I think it was a little better, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get a membership for $3,000 somewhere
Yeah.
a year, probably. Which is, I mean, considering the levels of other country clubs that are out there, that's not that bad.
Yeah. That's it.
And that's golf
Plumber,
only. Like country clubs like that, the more high end ones, do they have other things other than golf? Is it like swimming pools included? You know what I'm talking about? Like other things?
So, country clubs will have that other stuff. They'll have a restaurant. They'll have, they'll have usually a pool, tennis courts, that kind of thing. But then you get into what are just called golf clubs, which is usually it's just a clubhouse, maybe a restaurant in there. Clubhouse, locker room, pro shop, and that's pretty much it.
yeah.
So it's not. There's a little bit of a difference between like a country club and a golf club, I would say.
Yeah.
$3,000 a year, all you can golf anytime you want, or I guess you got to make a reservation, but it's
and usually you'll have to pay for, like, if you want to do a cart, like a cart or a push cart, you'll usually have to pay a little bit for that. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but my right AirPod just fell out. That's going to be very funny on the video for this. But yeah, I think somewhere around $3,000 a year is definitely doable.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just a golf club too.
Yeah. Plumber, do you have? Oh,
No,
I was gonna ask. Do you have anything you want to shout out? Anything?
anything. What has you cut out a little bit on me?
Well, shit. That you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
I appreciate you guys having me on your pod. It's been fun.
Thanks.
Anytime, Plums, dude. You got an open invite to come on here anytime you want.
Anytime.
Nice. I'll definitely take you guys up on it. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get Pat Reed stand going.
Dude, I will say, I think I said this maybe a couple days ago. You're doing a fucking great job with that.
Yeah,
that shit
is so good.
Hilarious.
Appreciate it, guys.
I laughed so
dude, when
hard.
you were there was like I think it was like 2 days where all of your tweets were just talking shit about Tom Hoagie. Hilarious. It's like, dude, I swear. I think I don't remember exactly what it was, but one of them was like, I swear to God, if I see Tom Hoagie looking at my fucking yardage book, we're gonna throw down.
Yeah.
Very funny.
So good.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Anytime, Plums. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Appreciate anyone watching right now. Anyone who made it through all that bullshit. It's not you, Plums. I say it every week. No, thank you, anyone listening. We appreciate you. Follow us on Twitter. Mine and Hask's handles are up there right now.
Yeah.
So is Plum's main account. Also follow Pat Reed Stan. And then follow the podcast at Handicappers Pod. Yeah, thank you guys. It's been a great episode. Thanks again, Plums.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Peace.